Today on Driving Through the Bible, we are going to talk about living a life that God rewards. Everybody knows that it's important to read the Bible, but so oftentimes we don't. We don't have the time, we think, to read the Bible with our busy, hectic schedules. And sometimes it's the fact that we don't really get a whole lot out of it, so why waste our time, we think. Well, in Driving Through the Bible, I want to help solve both those issues by taking less than 5 minutes every day, Monday through Friday, just driving through the Bible, making it as practical as we can be. So hop on in with me and let's drive through the Bible. Genesis chapter 5 is typically one of those passages, those chapters that we look at as being kind of boring, where it gives a genealogy of people, from Adam and so on. And the funny thing is, at the end of almost every one of those but one, at the end of every one but one, Moses, as he writes it, says, and then he died. You know, so-and-so beget so-and-so, and he lived for so many years and had so many children, and then he died. And it went on and on and on, and then he died, and then he died, and then he died. And then we get to this man named Enoch, who the Bible tells us, it specifically didn't say that about any of the other people, but with Enoch it said, and he walked with God. And he didn't die. He was one of just a couple of people in the history of the world who never died. That God took him up. He never had to face death. Now, there are some theories as to when he was actually taken up, because when you start doing counting and numbers and all that, I'm not huge into the whole numerology thing, but I think God rewarded Enoch with a really long life. And Enoch was also seeing the earth at that time, basically going to hell in a handbasket. And yet he continued to walk with God. And he died before things got so bad that God had to flood the earth and start all over with Noah and all that kind of stuff. That we will get to that in a while. But my point with this one is, God rewarded Enoch. He blessed Enoch. He blessed Enoch with a great life. But he also, and this is a real thing, he also blessed Enoch by taking him home without dying, which is kind of weird, but okay. And before things got so bad. I mean, they were bad enough, but before he saw the end of the world, basically. And so my encouragement to all of us is, be that kind of person that God is going to reward with a good life, and not have us face tragedy. That he rewards us by not having us face things that we don't need to face. By not having to face the tragedy of seeing our family members wander off from God, from seeing other things like that. Live a life that is one that God rewards, not by just not seeing that, but that you are also the salt of the earth. That because of your presence, things are not as bad as they could get. Your family is still holding on. Your friends are still walking with God. Your ministry is still flourishing because you are walking with God. So that's my encouragement for you today, is walk with God. Always, fully, 100% of the time. Don't pick and choose which areas you want to walk with God in. Do it in all areas. Thank you for driving through the Bible with me, and I will see you